Mi gente, Joe Barreto with you live from the Credit Card Connection Studios in beautiful Hackensack, New Jersey. Now, mi gente, I know right now it's 4:13 p.m. A lot of people at work, so you might catch this on the replay. However, I needed to get this out to you today because I did some homework for you guys literally earlier today. So last night during my weekly live, I had one of the subscribers asked me and Xavier and Juan, who are on with me, if we knew anything about the new Chase product that was supposed to be rolled out according to the Doctor of Credit. It's supposed to be a new premium business card. They called it the Palm card. I had no idea what that Palm card was. I didn't even front. I asked, I looked online, I saw exactly what everybody else was talking about. And that was that it was a reader from that uses Doctor of Credit, made mention, and he says that they've been spot on in the past, that this product is supposed to be rolled out next March, okay, 2025. So earlier today, and I wish I was savvy enough to put a picture, because I did take a picture, guys, just so that so that people could see that it was legitimate, that I did go out to the bank today. But there I go, wearing my right in front of the Chase branch here in Hackensack on Main Street. But I went out today to ask them in person because they've been good with me in the past with information. So I asked straight up, is there a new product coming out? And the person I went to see was John Busigo, who I've worked with in the past, who deals with a lot of their personal and business customers. So John was surprised when I asked him straight out. I said, are you guys rolling out a new product? He goes, no. He goes, give me a minute. He goes into his system, and the only thing that popped up to him was a new offer, $3,000 cash back for business customers who deposit an eye-watering $500,000 in an account and keep it there for 6 months. Okay. That was the newest thing he said, that he saw pop up and available to him. But he then also said that earlier this week on Monday, they have people that come in, I guess, to all the branches to promote certain products that Chase is planning on rolling out, on a quarterly basis. And being that the quarter just started for the fourth quarter, the person came in and he showed me what they set up, the lineup of cards, whatever other information was out there that's going to be rolling out in the next couple of months, promotions and so on. Nothing showed there about this card. So I showed him the Doctor of Credit article, and he goes, Joe, I wish I could tell you more, but the person would have told me if something was really being rolled out and they were thinking about it, especially for a product that you're telling me, and from what he saw in the article is showing as being almost a complement to the personal card, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and coming in at an eye-watering $700. Okay. So according to the Doctor of Credit article, and I'm going to get to the comments, that the people are posting now. So I apologize, guys, because this literally, I just wanted to get it out there. I didn't want to record a video and do all the stuff. I wanted to tell you exactly what I found out because it kind of caught me off guard last night. So according to the Doctor of Credit, it's $700 a year, comparable to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and it's part of Project Emerald and Palm, okay? Halo and Palm, I'm sorry. It's supposed to give you a $400 travel bonus. So that's $300 on the personal side. This is, going to be a lot more money a year. So I can see them giving you $400. Also, the bonus sign-up bonus is 150,000 points with $15,000 spend, and new colors like blue and gold. And they have it to compete with the American Express Business Platinum card. So I say all that to say I wasn't satisfied with the conversation I had in branch. So what did I do? I came home. I looked for my ink cards so that I can find a number in the back. I decided to call Chase Inc. maybe at 3:15 or so. And I spoke to a person here, and I'm going to make sure I have all this right here. I spoke to a person named Ernest at first, and I went over everything with Ernest about this new product rolling out. And he said, all I can see is a bonus for opening up a new business account. Other than that, there's nothing else. I said, do you have an office that deals with marketing, product placement, promotions, whatever? He put me on hold. He came back. He goes, no, I don't have a listing for anybody like that. I said, how about the Inc. Business Cards supervisor? Yes. So he transferred me over to a woman named Liz, who is a supervisor for the credit card services for the business side of Chase, which is their Inc. cards. And Liz told me the following. She said, look, um, something that would have been rolling out that was so massive in scale from what you're explaining to me, and I read to her the article, she said, we kind of would have known already. Now, she's not disregarding that it will come out, but it was weird because she really knew nothing about it. She put me on hold. She said she checked through her system as well to see if there were any meetings on products coming up on the business card side. She could not come across any. So she told me, look, it is the fourth quarter for this product to come out in early, spring or late winter. We would have been given a heads up about it because it's going to be a big product for us. She goes, right now, the most premier card we have, or the most premium card we have, is the Inc. Premier card, which we all know is really just a cashback charge card. It doesn't operate with the ultimate rewards points that Chase has. So, she said, look, what I would do is tell you, if you want to give me a call back later in the winter, at the end of December, beginning of January, and see if I have any other information at that point. But, I found it really just incredible to see that this was just mentioned and out there. And you could see why they would do it. I mean, it would compete almost dollar for dollar with the American Express Business Platinum card, which I love that card. And I'm actually downgrading the personal card in a couple of months when my fee hits for the personal. But it can't just be a $400 travel credit. And to be honest, 150,000 UR points for 15,000 spend, when you can get that right now when they roll out their Inc. preferred bonuses for 8,000 spend. If you're just doing it to get the bonus points and a sign-up bonus, that's not going to make much sense. They have to have other things built in, which is when I mentioned that to Liz, she said, that's why I'm telling you to call me at the end of December or, beginning of January, so that if something is going to roll out behind the scenes, they need to work those things out. So I'm going to go over some of the. I hope I'm back, guys. I hope I'm back. So I just took myself out. All right. So I have Matt saying it's the Inc. Reserve that Keith has been saying. And I guess that's what it is, 100%. Angelo Joseph, home of the best pizza. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Michael Robbins, how you doing? Fellow credit junkie, thank you for being here. Vincent Pasquale, thank you. I got Juan Garcia, Mr. MIA, thank you for being here. So this is a bonus show, Tariq. It is. I just wanted to make sure that people got the information. You guys know I don't like speculating. So I really like to go, and going in person was huge for me. They get to know you and they get to confide in you. And that's why I kind of go unannounced, because you catch them off guard and they can spill the tea if there was tea to spill. He didn't know as much, but he was kind enough to take me in, right? But that also then pushed me to call online. And Liz, I mean, for her to say to call her back at the end of the year kind of got me, because then I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's something there where there's a spark, there's fire, kind of like they say. And she didn't want to just spill it, but she gave me the courtesy to tell her to call back. So I will be doing that. I will be calling back in a couple of months to check up and follow up, like I've done with the Strata Elite and the Wells Fargo Beyond cards. But I want to just thank everybody here so far. Itachi 860, Wepa, Tariq, this is a bonus. How you doing, Woodsy? Yo, Woodsy, how you doing? Chad, thank you for hitting that like, guys. I appreciate that. Sledge, hit that like. I appreciate it. Carlos Rambles, Wepa, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Not the first time the Dr. Credit or sites like that have given bad info. And that is what it is. You know, we rely on a lot of the blogs and a lot of the people that cover this, and a lot of times they're being accurate 100%. I'm not knocking them at all. This was a reader from that particular blog that in the past has had a great history of being correct. So the only reason I called was because I have no problem calling and finding out for mi gente, as we say, to give them this information and see. To be honest with you, I think this would be a great move for Chase. It would also give you the ability to just, maybe if you don't want the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can keep the $95 preferred and then have that business version if you have a business that could, afford to pay that annual fee. But it would have to come with other perks. And I'm guessing they're probably working on that behind the scenes in terms of what business are they going to have lined up with. Are they going to have any statuses with car rentals or anything with AWS or any Stripe fees that they can waive or give you credits for, things of that nature? Sort of think of it as like, the Adobe credit or the Dell credit that the Platinum card gives you. I liken it to something along that. So, you know, so see, so here's the thing. When we were checking and I had them check their systems, and Matt is saying here, the slumbering giant needs to wake up at some point. Ink Reserve or some Sapphire refreshes would be nice. And I agree with you. I think right now and the reason, again, last night's live, it caught me off guard and it kind of stuck in me last night. And I said, I got to make sure I find out what the heck is going on. But right now, that seems to be where they're at. There's nothing really out there promoting this card any earlier. No one is technically aware. Liz didn't want to show her cards, but she kind of told me to call her back, and I will be doing that. But if any guys have any questions about this, or even I did follow up, even though I don't have the saver card from Capital One, but that was something that I called, just to see. And they said if you wanted to get the new version of the card from the, on their refresh, you'd have to call them. If you're a current holder, you can get the newer one. Or if not, when you apply, you'll be getting the new card with the new color scheme on it and so on for that particular saver card. On another front, and this will be kind of funny for you guys that follow the channel. First of all, hola, Phil, papi, how you doing? Thank you for being here, Phil. I appreciate that. Matt, Matt, you're making me laugh. She does know something. I know. It's like, it's crazy, but it's like the X-Files, But my thing is that right now, when it comes to any of the product lines and any of the things coming out, if this comes out for Chase, it's a slam dunk. I can see them going head to head and putting up a good fight, but we do need better pickings, better things that they're going to offer to us. With Capital One, the saver, it seems to be a decent refresh, let's say, right? But on my personal front, for the first time in 7 months, when I went for a pre-approval last night about 11 o'clock at night, they didn't only offer me the Platinum card or the Quicksilver or the Saver card for good credit. They also now threw in a Venture card, which they haven't done for me ever. So maybe I've broken down and wore down Capital One that they're willing to offer me a card because they threw in the Venture card into the mix. Still the one for no bonus, no sign-up bonus, no, interest-free for the 15 months or whatever. So I'm not getting them until I get the official one. But nonetheless, One True, welcome to the channel. Dr. Credit is getting the clicks and the ad revenue. And you know what, One True, and I appreciate you for saying that. And here's the thing. I know a lot of channels and a lot of people that do blogs and stuff, it kind of becomes clickbaity, right? Like I didn't have a card that I can actually put on the thumbnail, so I blurred out an ink that I had. But is it coming soon? I wasn't creating this. This is something that was brought up to me last night, so I kind of wanted to follow up. But One True, you are so spot on. I'm sure they blew up that site and his page yesterday with this, because a lot of people, for it to come out like that was huge. So thank you for that. Thank you for being here, One True. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe if you're new here. I appreciate it. Check out the referral links below. I do have my Chase referral links, mi gente, and also the membership to the channel. I appreciate it. Kevin wants to know, what is the name of the Chase Business Premium Credit Card, the annual fee and benefits. So their premium, most premium right now is their Premier, and it's $199, but it's a charge card. The other one is the Chase Inc. Preferred, which is sort of married to the personal Sapphire Preferred card. That's also $95, but that's one that gives you, for over 100,000 UR points, for $8,000. That's why. So if you're going bonus hunting, spending 15,000 for only 50,000 more doesn't make sense. Okay. So Saver got rid of the Uber One benefit. Thank you for that, Rodrigo. I would not know because I do not have it. CJ Bautista, Huepa, let's go for the pre-approval of the venture. Yo, from your mouth to God's ears, as soon as they tell me I'm going to get the no APR and the sign-up bonus, I'm in. Doesn't have to be the Venture X. It could even be the regular venture. But Enrique Gonzalez, thank you for being Enrique. Capital One is so disappointing. I've been getting approved by most other lenders for great cards, but Capital One still has me bucketed. And that is another problem. I don't want to just jump on a card and have them give me $1,000 limit, which will take me 10 years to get out of. So I hear you, Enrique. They have a weird way of doing their work and a weird way of, you can't speak to a human. They even admitted themselves in branch. You have to call and have or go online and apply. There's no information given with a human. So I don't know which AI robot is in the back making them decisions, but for me personally, they're poor decisions. So I'm with you, Enrique. Jonathan Bonilla, welcome, Jonathan. I appreciate you. Hola from, all right, another Dirty Jers in the house. How you doing, Jonathan? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys all on a work day. If you guys are working, don't play hooky. Don't go out for that 2-hour cigarette break, although I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here. But Jonathan, thank you for being here. Juan, hold off until you break Capital One and get the pre-approval for Venture X. Worst case, you have Filmo offer. Filmo's offer, here's a problem, Juan. Filmo started me off at $195, and I don't know what I did to him in New Orleans, but now it's like $395 for that card. So me and Filmo have to have a one-on-one for that one. But but I appreciate that, Juan. Kevin, what is the Chase new prison? Okay, so it's not out yet, Kevin. That's what it is. It's not out yet, but they're saying it's going to come out sometime in spring, and they call it the Palm card. And it's supposed to be $700. So we'll see how that works out, Kevin. Okay. Nell from Water Your Soil, thank you for being here. Nell, I appreciate you on a work day. Thank you so much, Papi, for being here and joining. I appreciate it. GWL3 from Teaneck. Yo, we're neighbors. Look at that. We're right here. We could walk. I could meet you on Anderson right there. We can go, grab a bite, whatever. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. You guys being here means a lot to me, guys. I was a little nervous. I was like, oh my God, it's 410. I had to be so specific for 410. I don't know why, but I appreciate almost 70 people being here at some point. So thank you, guys. Matt, you could use some nicotine. Don't do it, Matt. Don't do that to yourself. Jonathan, thank you for listening to me in the car. I appreciate that, Jonathan. I really do. Enrique, if the saver is losing the Uber One credit, does that mean we don't get the 10 time on Uber as well? If so, I'm so done with Capital One. I'm sure they're still going to be reworking some of their stuff. Getting rid of a perk like Uber is hard, especially when you have other cards that are offering that or Lyft. So I think they'd be silly to nerf something as huge as that and people came to rely on. So Enrique, I could see what you're saying. Filmo Venture, $100 in a jersey tour. That's a deal. Venture X, I got you, Phil. I love you, Phil. Good looking out. Yo, you're in Little Ferry. Jonathan, my aunt literally lives right off of Route 46 where World of Video was, back there in Little Ferry. So I go to Runway Diner on 46 all the time, or Noches de Colombia. So, mi gente, do you guys have any other questions whatsoever? Wait, I got another jersey in the house. All right, all right. How you doing? X1 Prince. Hola from Orange. All right, Wepas. Seton Hall, not too far from there where my nephews graduated from. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Capital One, Tariq says, Capital One has 22 days before the Uber benefit expires. The clock is ticking for them. Well, remember, even now, I called Amex last night. Like, you guys would think I have zero life, right? I called Amex because I know there was some back and forth about whether or not the Dell credit was supposed to die off December this year, at the end of December 31st, 2024. But it seems that they're extending it at least through June of next year. The guy, and I kid you not, when they tell you, yeah, word is they extended it another 6 months. We're hoping to lock them down for another year. It's not new when they bring these things in and out. We've seen it even with Caesar, when you have a diamond status, with different things. When they have you locked into these things, they can shift them around and they can make last second deals with this. So I can see them fixing this if they really want to fix it. But according to Amex, the Dell credit is going to hang on at least another 6 months. So Jonathan, we have to we have to meet up for lunch or breakfast or a drink. How you doing, Nico? Good to have you here, Nico. Thank you so much. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like, mi gente. This would be great for an afternoon drive home live to get a lot of likes out there today, mi gente. I appreciate you. So Kevin is like, what is the best premium credit card for you? For me right now, Kevin, is going to be the business Amex Business Platinum card. The personal is not far behind, let's be fair, but I consider that the most premium I have. I have a Chase Sapphire Preferred. I deaded the reserve at one point, as you all know. But again, the premium is what? Depending, right? It's if you like lounges, premium could be something different for everyone. Someone that gets a solid 3 times or 4 times on cards, like the Attune, even from Wells Fargo, somebody might think that's premium because that's where they put a lot of their spend and they can actually get a lot of value from it. But for me, as a typical premium card, I would say American Express business or personal platinum card would be my most premium card. All right. And she might be, Jonathan. She might be. She's near that big house where the guy decorates for Christmas all the time. That giant, they put the giant statues of, like, 3 kings and all the stuff. So, but so Chase to open more lounges. One of the things is they should open up a Midtown lounge in Manhattan, right? At least it's something people from Jersey and New York can go to, kind of like Amex does right there in Grand Central. But they do. If they opened the one up in Newark, it'd be a slam dunk. I would just literally get the reserve the next day because that would give me the access. Honestly, that's all I'm waiting for. But do you guys have any other questions or concerns? Carlos Gomez, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Carlos, for being here and being on. And I'm in your car on the way home from work. I appreciate that. Do you guys have any questions, anything whatsoever? Let me know, okay? Matt, Chase has the Seaport near Midtown. Okay, so I don't have that card, so I didn't even know. And I guess they don't play it up as much, but I would like to see that. Then that view must be phenomenal at the Seaport in New York. Anybody has been there, the Seaport is beautiful. So Matt, thank you for that, Matt. I appreciate that. All right, here is Zero Cooper. How are you? Thank you for being here, Zero Cooper. I really appreciate it. Joe, I'm a first-gen Hispanic American finding my way through the financial game and getting my family put out of poverty. Your videos have helped me tremendously. Wish me luck on the LSAT. Gracias, Zero. You got this. You know what? For that, I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, Zero, I thank you for giving me those beautiful words and the compliments. But Zero, just for you, for the LSAT, I'm going to give you my first ever afternoon wepa. Those of you in your car, you might have to lower the radio. If you're listening to me at work, you might have to lower the computer. But Zero, this is for you. Matter of fact, Zero, I'm going to even do it better. Hold on. Zero, que Dios te cuide. God bless you. The grind is real. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Your family is blessed to have you. Ready, set, wait! Zero Cooper. Go kick some butt, Poppy. You got this. I'm proud of you. And thank you for keeping us going and grinding and putting in the work for mi gente. God bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What card do you think if you're 0/24, excluding the inks? All right. Depending on what you want. If it's your first chase card, a lot of people say the flex because it gives you categories. If you don't like dealing with categories, the unlimited 1.5 times on them, you can't beat it. Now, if you're not into that and you want a little bit more of a travel perk and okay with, and you actually need this card to get to do the multipliers higher in the portal, then the Chase Sapphire Preferred for $95. You get 3 times dining, 3 times on online grocery shopping, and you'll get 2 times on travel purchases. So it's great. If you go into the portal, they give you 5 times. So I think that's a good card. If you're willing to bypass the smaller cards, the no annual fee flex or unlimited, that's where I would go first. If you're into travel and you like staying at Hyatt hotels, the world of Hyatt is it's good to have because it gives you just the discoverist status with Hyatt. But to be honest with you, it's weak on its earnings and even their sign up bonuses aren't all that great. So I would tell you try the Freedom Flex or Unlimited or the Preferred. Do me a favor, if you want, hit me up at thecreditcardconnection@gmail.com, thecreditcardconnection@gmail.com, and I will reach out to you and go over the stuff with you in person if you like, so I can help you with that. Okay. Thank you for that question. Nevin Joseph, I love your name. How do I get out of Amex pop-up jail? Nevin, I'm going to be real honest with you. People that know me here know I'm not going to BS you. Bro, there's various things that can be that have you in pop-up jail. And they may not even be pop-up jail. And I'm going to give you an example. For me, I've maxed out the number of credit cards that Amex allows me to have. People have different limits. My man Sledge has over 10 or 11 Amex cards, so his limit is higher than mine. Mine, I believe, is 6 or 7, and I'm there. For me to apply, so if I apply now for a card, I'll get the pop-up window, and it'll say, you're not eligible. Would you still like to proceed? So when I called and inquired further, it wasn't pop-up jail. It was that I exceeded the number of cards. So right now, until I drop a card, I won't be able to get another card with a bonus or a card at all. So what I suggest you do is call and see if it's the number of cards you've maxed out. If you don't have a lot of cards, then it could be you haven't been putting enough spend on them, which a lot of other people in this space have said. Amex really wants you to put some spend on them. So what I would do is if you apply, let's say, oh, and here's the other trick. Wait, before I forget. I remember last year when I was in this mess, I had finally a supervisor who told me, when you do the pre-approvals for them, believe it or not, they keep track of all those approvals that you're trying, the pre-approvals on them. And she says, if you got denied during the month, wait 31 days and then try again, because you're going to get the same response if you're still doing it within that month. Nothing is going to magically change for you. Okay, Nevin? So I hope I answered your question with that. But hit me up if you have any other questions. All right? I appreciate that. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. All the love going your way, Zero. Look at that, Zero. All right? I love it. What credit card do you think got the biggest nerf? There's a lot out there that have gotten nerfed. Some, again, usually it's Amex, and it's because they raise the prices and then they just throw in credits, which some people may not use. So I really can't answer that one fully, Kevin. I don't really know what to tell you in terms of every card company at one point or another, even the biggest loyalists will say that at one point or another, a card they really liked got nerfed. For instance, right now with the Saver card, if they're taking away the Uber One credit, that's huge because that's something that normally you pay for that service. So to get that nerfed, why would I apply for a card that I wasn't given approval for when it was better? And now they're going to nerf it. It makes no sense. So, Kevin, I don't have a direct answer for you. I'm going to keep it real. But every card issuer at some point or another has taken something away and raised the fee up because it's business. Okay. So I have Jonathan here. Whoa, sign up bonus is okay right now, don't you think? For which card, Jonathan? Because it came out as whoa. So oh, the Hyatt. I'm sorry. So I'm guessing World of Hyatt sign up bonus is okay. It's better than when I got it. When I got the card, they did this 30,000 points when you spent 3,000 up front and then another 2,000 or 3,000 3 months later to get an additional 30. So it's not terrible, but when you have other cards, now I understand, you can't compare Hilton to Hyatt to Marriott because their point systems are just totally out of whack. They don't go together. But again, it's not a bad card. I have it and I'll keep it because it at least gives you that one step in the foot of a status with them. That even if you try to pull it off at a hotel, they treat you a little better with, the discoverer status, let's say. So I would still apply for it. For 95 bucks, you can't beat it. And they do from time to time give you special offers through email that if, they have elevated multipliers. So I think this month, or was it last, that they gave you 5 times if you use it for dining. So things like that will really ratchet it up. But when you're somebody like me that has a lot of cards for the channel, it's hard to just really pick that one card and focus on that. So it's there. I don't do it, but it is available to me. So thank you for that, Jonathan. Nico, I was able to go positive on purchasing a $280 laptop on Dell with 200 credit, 15% off on app. That's how you do it, Nico. Stack upon stack upon stack. Call Me Lonnie does it. Sledge does it. Chad does it. Anthony does it. You name it. That's how you do it. Matt has his stack podcast with Tariq. That's how you do it. You need to be able to stack them and take advantage of them. That was a savage stack. Thank you for sharing that. I got this gaming chair when I opened the card up almost 3 months now. And as soon as that Dell credit was there, I ordered the chair. I paid $219. I got Rakuten points for it, but then they gave me, I got the chair. I paid $19. So it wasn't a bad deal for me for something right out of the box, So Joshua, yeah, 2 lives in a row. I'm going to have no voice tomorrow. Thank you for being here, Josh. I appreciate you. Save a card. Scott C., how you doing? Thank you for being here. Still good. And again, and I'm glad you say that, Scott, because what happens is what works for me may not work for you and vice versa, right? So for you, maybe you're not into Uber One anyway. It doesn't matter. So you still use it for the other stuff. That's why I don't like nitpicking on a card. For me, I debted the gold card because I couldn't use half of the benefits. I couldn't use their grocery card part because I go to Costco, I go to Target, and I wasn't going to get the 4 times multiplier. So it was silly for me to keep it. But that's a good point, Scott. Thank you. I appreciate that. Joshua says losing the saver credit sucks, but it's still good in terms of multipliers. Yes, it is. And Kevin, you should take your time, Poppy. Absolutely. Don't rush to get that card. Right now, it's 5 free night search. That's not bad. Again, because they're giving you, on average, you can get a great room. I did that in NOLA in New Orleans. My room for Hyatt was 12,000 points a night. So if you think about it, that's 60,000 points for 5 nights that I got. So I can see why they would do that. So that makes a lot of sense. And if you're able to use them in higher tier properties, that's a slam dunk. So thank you for sharing that with me, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Johnny Jimenez, how are you, Johnny? No, you made it, and I appreciate you being here. You always make it, Johnny. You know that. I appreciate that. Johnny, I will be in touch with you. I promise you that. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate that, puppy. Thank you. Joshua, Lyft has a cheaper rides in my area, even when Uber One is factored in. Missing the 10 times will suck, though, but you get 5 times UR and 2 times built for Lyft. And that's the thing. I don't use Uber because I drive everywhere, especially here in Jersey where I can park. If I was in the city, like I went last month to hang out a few nights, I took an Uber from here to New York and back. That was like $80-something. So, if I would have had it, it would have been beneficial for me like that. But it is what it is. I don't use it often enough for it to to really have an effect on which card I would apply for. It wouldn't be make or break for me. Um, Kevin, Capital One is nerf for their credit cards. I love you, Kevin. You are too funny. Well, mi gente, if any of you have any other questions, let me know. Going on 35 minutes. I appreciate all of you being here. Do me a favor before you leave, hit that like button for me. Do me a solid, hit it hard so that I can just get this out there tonight to people so that they can see it. Again, for those of you that are tuning in just now, that Chase Palm card, their brand new premium travel, their new premium business card is supposed to hit sometime in the spring, according to a reader on Doctor of Credit. I went to the Chase Bank in person. I called up the Chase supervisor for the Inc. Credit cards. They both claimed they knew nothing about it. However, towards the end, the supervisor on the phone told me to call her back in December because if they were working on something, that's when she'll probably know more, something coming out at that point. She said, so, mi gente, I thank you for being here. I have Vincent here. I don't want to cut anybody off because you took the time to be here. All the channel members, I thank you for being a member of the channel. Again, hit the links below. You'll see it. If you're not a member, I would love it if you were. Joshua, okay, there's also an AA Simply Miles offer that lets you earn American Airlines miles for Lyft rides on top of whatever you get for Link MasterCard. Thank you, Vincent, for that. See, Vincent, I love this community because we get help. We're here to help each other. Good looking out, Vincent. I appreciate you, puppy. Thank you so much. How long should you wait to reapply for a card from Chase after getting denied? So it depends on the denial. I'm going to be straight up with you. If the denial is based on too many inquiries from other, I would chill 3 months and make sure that maybe you had any other inquiries might fall off or time has elapsed. If it's FICO score related, you want to make sure, depending on the car you applied for at Chase and were denied, it might be FICO score based. So let's say you're at 680 and the recommended score is a 710 or 720. Sometimes they'll give you 680 they'll give you a card at 680 if you've had some sort of relationship or have had cards in the past. What I would suggest you might want to do with Chase, and I always swear to this, start a banking relationship. Open up a checking or a savings account, a small one. You don't have to put $1,000, $2,000 in it, but just open up an account with them, even online. I prefer you go in branch because you make those relationships and the service is better. But try to open an account before you apply again if you really want that product from them. But hit me up. This way we can go over more of the stuff in person and I could see where you are, what the status is, and maybe if it's not Chase, it's something else comparable to Chase that you can get that might be a little easier than Chase being as fickle as they are. Okay? I hope I answered that question for you. Philmo, I love you, Phil. You are the best, Phil. Thank you so much, puppy. Josh, Vincent, yep, no idea. So, and it is hard to get, AA miles. So that's cool. Thank you so much. Carlos Castro, 2 days in a row. Carlos, I'm trying. Carlos, I'm going to have no voice by the end of this, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for that. For those of you just tuning in, it's all about Chase today and their business card rumors from the Doctor of Credit. And right now, we are not sure if they're going to hit it by the beginning of spring. Going in branch and calling the supervisor online has not given me any other indication other than that they told me to call them back in December. So DJ Bruce Wayne, Wepa, Papi, how you doing? Thank you for being here. You were out here last night too, Papa. I appreciate you. Thank you. My man Garrett, ninja watching at work. I appreciate you. You are the king of ninja watching. I love you, Garrett. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. At Prince, if you've gotten anything in the mail from Chase, yes, good point. Again, CJ, thank you. Mail-in offers, mailers give you a better shot as well as an emailed offer to you. But if you get those big, shiny mailers that they put out every once in a while telling you, you've been pre-approved to apply or apply now, you have a better shot normally. But if it was a recent denial, I would still wait. Don't go and apply for other cards because remember, they're going to hit off an inquiry. So try to do other cards if you really need a card with a pre-approval tool as opposed to just straight up applying and getting denied, because that's going to hurt. Okay. My pleasure. I appreciate you for being here. I really do. White Star 3, I think if there's an elevated offer, yes, great point again, especially when it comes to the ink cards or the preferred and even the flex. Like, remember earlier this year, the flex had this crazy offer for the 1 year better multiplier on dining out and stuff like that. So that is true. When they have special bonus offers, and remember this, guys, October is kind of a dead month for offers. When I went to the bank today and he told me that the person was there to promote the stuff coming, November into December is where the new products are usually rolled out, as well as in the spring. So in the spring would be March and April. So look for, if you can hold off on applying for a card, wait till you see the new offers and the sign up bonus offers come out. Okay. Again, I have my information below if you want to check out those referral links and see if they're competitive. But also hit me up and email me at thecreditcardconnection@gmail.com. And those of you that are in this chat today know, if you hit me up, I write you right back and we can have conversations and I can go over stuff to help you guys out. Okay. And Kevin, I am going to lose my voice. You are not kidding, Kevin. So Joshua says, yep, opened up a Chase checking and savings in February. Got their account bonuses too. Managed to get the IHG Premier, Freedom Flex, and CSP within the 7-month span. Thank you for sharing that, Joshua. That is huge because it just shows, that's the way to go about it. If you really want the cards and you want to get in on it, that's how to do it. Thank you so much for that, Josh. I really appreciate that. Throwback to the live with Tariq and the Freedom Flex. That's right. Flex gains. Absolutely. You are too funny. Capital One trying to Botox all their cards with crazy interest rates. They clubbed me over the head. They offer me the venture now with no sign-up bonus and 30.74 interest. I'll pass. Okay. Yo, really? White Star, very cool. Congratulations. That's how you do it. Thank you for sharing that with me, White Star. I really appreciate that. Guys, dale duro to the like button. Please hit that like button, guys. I would love it if when I get off tonight, because I can't talk, I was going to record a video. I'm not going to be able to do it today, but that people can watch this tonight and it's still relevant. Okay. Kevin wants a credit card to have at least 20,000 and be happy. You know what, Kevin? I hear you, but you don't need a $20,000 limit right now, puppy. You can get a few cards that'll really cover what you'd want to do when the time comes. But I've yet to meet somebody that's like, yo, I got a $20,000 limit. I'm going to run out and do X, Y, and Z. Unless you're into business, I've yet had somebody on the personal side run that up unless they were just rolling in the money and they could spend that amount of cash. So don't put yourself in that position. All right, Kevin, don't do that to you. It is good to have relationships. Absolutely. With the credit unions as well, puppy. Tariq, I gave you that flex, puppy. Joshua, link up. It says this is at Joshua. Link up your Bilt card to AA Simply Miles. You'll get 5 times Bilt points and AA points. Wow, that is fire. Vincent, thank you for sharing that here. For those of you out there, I'm leaving this up there for a second. Vincent is saying, link up your Bilt card to your AA Simply Miles. You'll get 5 times Bilt points and AA points for your Lyft rides. That's great, especially if you use Lyft a lot. Take advantage of this. Guys, this is stacking. This is what the people that you see travel and travel for free or get elevated travel, as we say, or get the best experience ever. This is what those people do. So do yourself a favor and listen to these to this advice because it's putting money back in your pocket. Okay. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Vincent. There you go. Joshua says, time to farm those AA points. So, mi gente, it is now 4:57 p.m. Again, I came on at a weird 10 after 4 p.m. time. I don't know why. It just looked good when I was setting up the thumbnail. But if you have any questions, do you have anything else you want me to go over, I can do it right now. I still got a little bit that I can go in. So if you want to do it, best, all around credit card, Kevin, it's going to depend. I've had these conversations before, but I'll give you an example. If you want a no annual fee credit card with great multipliers of 3 times for a lot of the things you spend on, dining out, streaming, things like that. The Wells Fargo autograph is phenomenal. No annual fee. You can't go wrong with a Chase Freedom Flex with its categories. You can't go wrong with Discover. In the first year, you get 10 times on their categories all year long, and they'll double the amount that you get in on cash. So that's another fire card to have. Um, you know, and if I like the Strata Premier, again, that one gives you 3 times also on supermarkets and grocery shopping and gas and EV charging. So those are the things, and travel. So those are the things. If that's important to you, that's the kind of card you want to get. Usually each issuer has at least one card that's solid. So let's say for Capital One, even though they don't want me, it's one of the saver cards, right? So look at each issuer and then you can take your pick that way. I actually had a subscriber ask me for the best credit card to use at Costco and get, EV or gas charging. And believe it or not, that was the AAA Daily Advantage card by Comenity. That gives you straight up 3 times on all those purchases and 5 times on some others. Matter of fact, let me see if I have it here to give you the exact. But that AAA, and people were like, "Oh, do you need to have a AAA membership?" No, you don't. You could apply for that card on its own. But right now, you get 5% cash back on grocery store purchases and 3 times cash back on gas and electric vehicle charging, wholesale clubs, streaming services, pharmacy, and AAA purchases, all for nothing a year. You can't beat that. That covered your all your options of grocery purchases, gas to get back and forth, streaming, pharmacy, and even Costco and BJ's and things like that. So that's a card people sleep on, and that's a fantastic card, Kevin. Okay. So I have another one here. Tariq, you are I mentioned you before, Tariq. Yep. Certified stockaholic, 53,000 United miles and don't have a card yet. That's how you do it. Check out Tariq and his point stacking channel. He does that. He discussed that with Matt and RJ. So if you want to show Tariq some love and the guys there, by all means, call me Lonnie as well. Is just, incredible with that. A shot of Buchanan's. Yo, I need that honey quick. You're not even kidding. I'm telling you. All right, no mailers, but a lot of spend coming up. Apply for the Ink Unlimited, but got denied. Okay, so that was the Ink Unlimited you got denied. I thought you were talking just personal. So here's the thing. Is it the regular Chase Unlimited card, like the Freedom Unlimited, or the Link? Because the Ink, there is a difference. If you did the application for business, it's going to be different from the personal. Hit me up and I'll go over that with you. Okay. My favorite, look at this. It's lazy. What's going on there? This is early enough for you over there now. So at 11 o'clock, this is early for you. How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. You caught us. I've been on for about 50 minutes now, but thank you for being here as always and just being so supportive. Prince, do me a favor. Hit me up. I'll walk you through which cards, especially if it's a business spend. Hit me up and I'll get to you. I promise you that. You'll see. We can work this out. The AA Simply Miles offer for Lyft says 2 miles plus 2 loyalty points per dollar through 11/15/2024. Redeemable up to 5 times. Max 325 miles and 325 loyalty points. Vincent, you really did your homework, Papi. I appreciate that. Thank you. Any gamblers, you can link your Marriott account with MGM for Marriott points for every bet. Yo, that's fire. I had no idea. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I like that. For MGM, if you're going to an MGM, that's fire, Scott. Thank you for sharing that, Papi. I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you think it's too late for me to join the Navy to help with these annual fees? Phil, I'm going to start working. I actually went back to work, Phil. There you go. Those annual fees are brolic. Let me tell you. They're not easy, Papa. They're not easy. Didn't get no notification. No, are you kidding me? It's lazy. I literally threw this together at 4:05. And I went live at 4:10. I appreciate you. Are you kidding me? But I'm going to give you the recap. The Chase business card, right now that's been rumored, the Palm card. I called Chase, went in person. They claim there's nothing out there yet, but they told me to call back at the end of December. I will do that to see if they have any further information, but it's supposed to be a $700 premium business credit card. So that's what's, eye catching because it's competing dead on with the American Express Business Platinum. And it's supposed to give you a $400 travel credit. And if it's as easy to use as you can get on the one with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it's not terrible. But what else are you going to give me, right? So that's something that remains to be seen. Um, but Kevin, thank you so much, Papi. God bless you, Kevin. I appreciate you. If anybody has any questions, let me know. If not, I'm gonna wrap this up, mi gente. I love you guys. It's dinner time. Not yet. Well, getting out of work time right here in the Northeast. But wait. It's lazy. Yeah, new card and call end of December, Christmas time. That is what's funny. It's late. You're not kidding. I had just said that normally the biggest bonuses, the biggest things hit November, December, March, and April normally in the calendar year for credit cards. And for her to tell me to call back in December, that means something is brewing, and she probably caught herself by doing that. So, for her to tell me to come in, call back, that was huge. Um, but you're spot on. DJ Bruce Wayne, $2,500, guys, but it's still Xavier, what are you doing, puppy? Come on, man. Mr. 1099, salute. As always, I thank you. Xavier was with me last night on the live, and it was great. A lot of information. And actually, Xavier, got someone that commented on it, and Xavier kind of just explained his point on it. So if you guys want to look at those comments on last night's live, you will see Xavier was talking about it's not really an investment, but it's you're able to put money into different insurances and policies, and you can actually borrow against them or just take the money out. And not a lot of people know that or do that. And Xavier bringing that up last night was amazing because I had no idea. Again, I always tell you guys what I know, what I don't know. I don't play. I'm not going to be here and just play you guys and make believe. So, Xavier, Papi, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Look at this. Nico, thank you so much. Wepa. Thank you. The memberships mean so much to me. I always put my videos out to you guys first. And, I want you guys as members, as some of you already know on the chat, if you're a member, email me at the creditcardconnection@gmail so that I can get your information, so that I can contact you guys directly, so that I can have you guys on here and share your experiences. I spoke on the phone today with he's known here at YouTube Experiment, but Jesse, who lives in New York, and we spoke at length today. And you're not going to believe, I kid you not, he knew of a place where my father built a house when we were kids in Mountaindale, New York. He is right in that same town where they had minor league baseball. So funny how we met through this space and we have so much in common that we didn't even know about. But please, guys, hit me up on my email so I can get your information. Because if you're not on the Discord, especially Anthony's Discord, it's hard for me to get in touch with you. Okay. And I really would want to give everybody an opportunity to come on. We learn so much from each other. Look at all the people here that have, made it their business to come back and offer help. Vincent, Joshua, Phil, DJ Bruce, like everybody in this chat has just been fire. And I can't thank you enough for that. So again, check out the referral links, hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for the membership. Thank you, Xavier, again for the super chat. You are insane. I can't thank you enough. So, mi gente, if you don't have any other questions or any comments or anything you want to know about, I'm going to have to drink some honey and lemon for this throat of mine. But I want to thank you for being here on an afternoon work day with me. I want to thank you for being there with me last night. I want to thank you just for your support and just for you guys being you. And as because I always say, you could be anywhere else, you chose to be here. But more than anything else, I thank you, all of you, for giving me the privilege of your time. Until next time, mi gente, I don't know if I'm going to do this again tomorrow, but you never know. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Guys in the chat, te veo, mi gente. Peace out. Good night. I will see you